the high seas. Pisces, cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hey Libra, welcome to your March 2019 reading with me, and thank you guys so much for clicking on my video. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're coming back for a second, third, fourth time, welcome back. For those of you who are new, you probably don't know that I start all my tarot videos out with a little bit of astrology because I think that's important as well. So we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on as far as like planets and stuff like that, and then we'll get into your tarot reading for March, okay? Because Libra, there's a lot going on for you in March. First, we'll talk about what March actually is. It's Pisces and Aries energy. So the first couple weeks of March are the Pisces energy, which is 6 houses away from you. And that has everything to do with your health and your lifestyle and even services that you offer other people through jobs and stuff like that. And so having Pisces as a 6th house is very interesting. Pisces is more of a 12th house energy. But since you're the opposite sign of Aries, Libra, which is the first sign, your universe is a bit flipped around. So all your houses are opposite of what they are for Aries, if that makes sense. So instead of Pisces being this subconscious energy for you, that's your Virgo energy. And instead of your 6th house energy being Virgo, that's your Pisces energy. So this is about your lifestyle and how it can become a bit more emotional, a bit more spiritual, a bit more adaptable. There was a new moon there in Pisces for you guys, so this was an excellent time to set new intentions for your lifestyle. I always say that when we go through 6th house energy, there's a potential for us to change our entire life. It is the 6th house of life. That's why health is there as well. So there could be stuff with health that you guys should, you know, keep an eye on and stuff. I really just think most of you guys, it would really benefit you to go outside and take some deep breaths in. That's what I did before your reading, and I think it helped me kind of get prepared for, you know, your very strong mental energy. Libra, you are a very cardinal air energy, okay? So things like breath and, you know, communication, even your mind, it comes up a lot around this time of year. So, you know, at the end of the month, I feel like there's a more important shift going on. This is why you're such a key player this month, Libra, because we are headed into Aries season at the end of this month. So first half of the month is your lifestyle. That's all going to move into the house of your relationships, okay? And it's all relationships. And it's interesting, Libra, that's what you represent for the rest of the zodiac. Libras are the 7th house of relationships, but your 7th house is Aries. Libra and Aries are opposite, okay? So this Aries energy is going to be in opposition. The sun is going to start opposing you. You know, that's the biggest thing going on for Libra at the end of the month, because Libra is the shadow of Aries, and Aries is the shadow of Libra. That's what opposition means. So I think it's going to bring out certain parts of you that are kind of foreign, that more Aries-like energy, the I am energy, but it is going to be a lot about your relationships. So on March 20th, the sun's going to move into Aries. We're going to have the astrological new year, the spring equinox, and there's going to be a full moon in your sign, Libra. Something really strange that's going on is that there's 2 Libra moons, apparently. So the moon is going to oppose the sun in Aries twice. So the next full moon is in Libra as well. The next 2 full moons, I believe, are going to be in your sign, Libra. We get kind of like a double Libra moon, if that makes sense. So this is really going to be important for you all, for completions. I'm going to try my best to come out with Libra moon videos, but just know there is a full moon in your guys' sign on March 20th, or it might be the March 21st. It depends on where you live, but it's definitely days away. And all this energy is definitely this huge shift, closing out the last zodiac sign, moving into the first. It's an astrological new year. That's what Aries represents. So other than that full moon, Libra, and that new moon happening in Pisces this month, it's your 6th house and your 7th house. So your lifestyle and your relationships. In a nutshell, Libra, that's what's going on, okay? So that's just a little bit about astrology. Now, as far as your tarot reading, I've already pulled some cards just to kind of save a bit of time, because these readings are going to be kind of closer to an hour long. So I've already pulled some cards, and then I'm going to clarify with regular tarot, okay? And other than that, I mean, happy St. Patrick's Day to those of you who are celebrating St. Patrick's Day. To me, St. Patrick's Day is sort of like a portal. I'm realizing that all these holidays, they have a deeper meaning. So last month we had Valentine's Day, and that was the portal of love. This month we have the portal of luck and fortune. So that's why I have all this green energy. And another thing I just wanted to mention, Libra, is Venus. Real quick here before we begin. Your ruling planet is in Aquarius, and it's in your 5th house of soulmates, but it will be shifting into Pisces later on in the month. I think around the 23rd or the 24th or 5th, Venus will be shifting. So that's something to study up on and just to prepare for a little bit, and maybe I'll have videos for that as well. So thanks for listening, Libra. Let's get into the tarot energies. So yeah, I'm going to clarify, but I'm also going to read from the little book here. So let's see what the first card is for you, Libra. We have the card Spirits to Guide You. Hopefully you guys can see. I like this card. It's kind of shown up for a few people here, and it's the card 70. So I'm seeing a huge number 7 there, which is leading me to talk a little bit about relationships. So for those of you who are feeling a bit lost when it comes to relationships, there may be spirits to guide you when it comes to all the relationships in your life. Libra, whether you know it or not, relationships are very important to you. You do represent the 7th house of relationships in the universe. So that's why you're the scales of balance. But the secret and the irony with Libra is that a lot of the Libras that I know are actually in very unbalanced relationships. Like, it's actually harder than what most people think for Libras to actually feel a true balance when it comes to their relationships. You guys like to balance other people's relationships and other people's problems and create harmony outside of yourself. But you know what that means, Libra. A lot of zodiac signs go through that. You know, what they're good at is what they help other people with. They don't necessarily, you know, have that energy experienced in their life. So for some of you, this will be about relationships, but spirits to guide you, this could be guiding in any kind of way. You know, there's obviously just some sort of door opening here in March for you guys that all these different hands are pointing at. It does seem like it's a very solitude, like there's this one door. You know, it's not like there's any other doors. There's this one direction in March that seems to be very highlighted right now. And another thing coming up here as I was just talking to you is the whole duality thing. You know, Pisces is also a dual sign, Libra, so is Gemini, and you are. It's us three who represent, you know, light and dark within ourselves. So every Pisces season, both of your scales kind of get checked. And I feel like if the energy is harnessed in the right way, you can walk into Aries season with the scales completely leveled. You know, like your duality, it could definitely be leveled out with the two fish that become relevant in Pisces season. So let's just go ahead and read about the spirits to guide you and see what the book says. But to me, it seems as if March is a window of opportunity, or more so a door of opportunity for you guys. You know, I'm interested in what's behind that door and what that door is for you guys. I guess we'll find out more when I clarify. So what this card says in the book is, it seems like all the signs point to yes. Have you ever seen a repeated symbol appear over and over just for a short time? These are your guides trying to speak to you. They are trying to say, hi, we are trying to make this pretty obvious for you. Know that you have help right now. Your guides want the very best for you, and right now they are trying to assist you in making the right choices. Pay attention to the little things. Hopefully you guys can see that card okay. So this is definitely about something, someone, someplace in your life, and it seems to be like all signs are pointing to yes, yes, yes. But I feel I'm like sensing a huge but ... here. And, you know, it can't just, I'm glad this is your first card, because it seems as if you entered March feeling this yes energy, or there's just something, some kind of door that you'd like to enter, Libra. So this is interesting. I'm going to clarify this. Before I do so, I want to show you guys the pre-shuffle energy. Before all my videos, I always shuffle the cards. And the pre-shuffle for your entire reading is the Judgment card. So your reading does have something to do with this energy as well, Libra. The Judgment card, some of you might know that it is the card of Pluto. So it always represents some kind of awakening. It represents something that you thought was over, thought was dead. You see the graves here represents something that you thought was over. But this angel, this archangel here, which is important for you, Libra, as an archangel, I think it's Archangel Gabriel or maybe Uriel. But it is an archangel up there, and this archangel is playing the trumpet of truth, which is becoming a sort of a call to the people, places, and things below this trumpet of truth. It's an awakening. Sometimes this is an actual phone call, but it could also be like some kind of a higher calling, like a spiritual call. So it really depends. But this is like a second chance at something. You know, it could even speak to like forgiveness or rebirth. But it does seem that there's something from the past that's relevant here too. Oftentimes the Judgment card is like the past. That could be the Pisces energy. We do have the Five of Wands, so could it be that the past is complicated? Pisces season does complicate the past because, you know, certain energies, I'm hearing what's dead should stay dead, and that might be a very air sign way of viewing, you know, these emotions, these feelings, the past even. I wouldn't be sure, but my Mercury is in Aquarius, so I think a lot like an air sign. I really do. But I'm also a Pisces, so I'm very deeply rooted in emotion as well, so yeah. But it does look like there's some conflict, maybe even some competition, or maybe this is just an energy. The Five of Wands, it is a Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy, but it's a competition, a very competitive energy. These people don't look like they're getting along too well in the picture. And, you know, this is like maybe a second chance to clear that energy up. It's definitely being initiated by Pisces season. Or maybe you're a Libra full moon. Because when a card comes up like the moon in a reading, it symbolizes things like fears, something that's hidden. But with you, Libra, this could very well be that Libra full moon at the end of the month that may complicate things. You might start feeling certain stuff, Libra. You know, the moon being full in your sign, it means that you're going to be completely illuminated at the end of March. But there is some sort of new beginning in Aries season. This is definitely the spring equinox energy. The Fool card is a new beginning, but it's also the Aries card. So I'm seeing that the full moon in Libra could be dealing with a Pisces, of course, or a Cancer. That's what this could represent for some of you. But this also just looks like some kind of emotional leap or some kind of ending. The moon can also mean an ending, and then you have a beginning, some kind of risk. Look at that. We have the Sun card here. Could be dealing with a Leo, but the Sun and the Moon, when those come up in my readings, it's definitely that full moon, the Sun being in Aries. So this is a message about the Sun in Aries. Okay, this is when you're going to feel your most Libra-ish. The King of Swords here, that is a Libra card. You know, you're going to start feeling a lot more intellectual, a lot more sharp and clear, that air energy that you need to communicate clearly and process facts and stuff. Yeah, that's where your most happiest is. You guys could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, because there's an air sign man here linked to the Sun, which is happiness. There is a new beginning here, Libra, for you. I like this little sneak peek of your reading, okay? Definitely new beginnings linked to that full moon, okay? But first, there is this very chaotic energy, this conflict. Something needs to change with how people are expressing themselves, because it's causing, you know, violence or turbulence, you know, but it has something to do with the past and a second chance maybe, or maybe this is just conflict that's going to awaken you. Certain conflict that comes up with the full moon, Libra, please know that it's very linked to this change that needs to happen. It's as soon as all this energy happens, the moon is going to bring up a lot of stuff for you guys. It's gonna awaken a lot of conflict I'm seeing. This is a lot of energy, and it's hidden, you know, it's emotional. But it's all for this new beginning of happiness, okay? So embrace it, Libra. Process it as much as you can. But for now, no wonder, you know, there's spirits to guide you. Because some of you guys are trying to come out of heartbreak. You know, a lot of Libras out there are trying to manifest relationships. Maybe even reconciliations with people. You know, stable people. People in home environments and stuff like that. I'm seeing it in the cards. But I'm also seeing someone here who's trying to get out of three-party situations, get out of heartbreak. So lots of reasons to be guided by spirits. Let's go ahead and see why. Why is spirits to guide you here for Libra? That's too many. It could have to do with an earth sign woman or just finances. Some of you guys, there's like a There's a new job. Yeah. Either way, the Queen of Pentacles really wants to come out for this card. So again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, whether you have that energy or if there's some kind of woman around you that's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It could be like a boss or something. But the Queen of Pentacles is about stability. There's a spirits are trying to guide you to a more stable situation in March. All right, there's a lot of messaging here about that. Opportunities. I'm feeling job for most of you, or home environment, especially those of you who are like moms or parents, because the Queen of Pentacles is all about security and stability in the home environment, also at work though too. So happy work-life balance. That's 6th house energy. Yeah, this is 6th house energy, guys. You know, that new moon, new opportunities of work. Some of you guys started new jobs or you quit jobs. Like there's just a lot of changes going on in your finances, a lot of talking and communicating. And some of you are straight up dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. A lot of heavy pentacle energy, and then spirits to guide you to this, whatever this new pinnacle of opportunity is. Something that can be planted firmly and grown into something bigger in the future. It's definitely about your stability in a relationship too, but also you know, with jobs and stuff. So that's interesting. I didn't really feel that door, it's interesting. That door has something to do with money and finances and value and earth energy, something that's real and tangible, maybe a new car, a new home, a new job, just more stability in general. Okay, and so far in the reading, we have the 4 of Cups, which tells me you're not too sure about this opportunity. It might have been an opportunity that you missed before because somebody here is considering how they feel about their foundation. This is the 4 of Cups, the emotional foundation. But as you can see, there's a person here that's been contemplating a situation for a while. With these 3 cups represent 3 things, 3 people, 3 emotions, but it's definitely got someone's attention here. And because of that, they're not exactly sure if they can accept more of what they're already concerned with. You know, they are ignoring that this might be you, Libra. People coming in with offers of love or something, and you're just like, you know, I'm really just focused on my money right now. I'm not really sure if this is stable enough for me. This cup might not seem intellectual enough for you or grounded enough for you. You might not be able to trust these weird emotions coming in Pisces season. First couple of weeks of March, you probably weren't too available emotionally. The water can kind of freak air signs out a little bit. You know, it definitely takes you guys out of your intellectual space of everything that makes sense and puts you guys in this place where you actually have to feel. It can be good and bad, because there is a such thing as emotional intelligence too, but it's definitely quite different than the air element. This could definitely have something to do with a Leo. Some of you guys are dealing with a Leo because we have the Leo card here. Or maybe this is just about your strength, you know, needing to tame what you feel right now, because there's a lot of emotion coming up for Libra this month, because you guys are so lucky. You know, right after Pisces season, you guys I don't even think Pisces season is your worries. Pisces season prepares Libra for all the water that they're going to feel with their full moon, because there's a full moon in Libra every year after Pisces season. That's just the way it is, because Aries season comes in. Every Aries season, there's a full moon in Libra. So you're going to need strength, okay? There's something here about really I'm feeling groundedness. All the things that you feel, you're going to need to ground yourself, literally, emotionally. And it could have to do with a Leo. You know, because someone here did leave a situation because the cycle was over. And to me, I'm seeing that it's the Ace of Swords. If you're dealing with a Capricorn too, or some kind of toxicity, you're just wanting this Ace of Swords, which is intellect, that air energy. A lot of that air energy isn't coming up yet, telling me that Libra's not sure what to think right now. Libra isn't sure what to say right now. They're not sure what's true. And that's Pisces energy. I'm telling you, it affects the air signs a bit differently, because you would think that a sword could cut through water, but you know, it's still distorted. It still distorts the image a little bit. So finding the truth, finding what's real and what makes sense in Pisces season is a bit different, guys, than what it is in any sign. Okay, let's go ahead and move on here to this second card, and it is afraid of the attic. Afraid of the attic, Libra. So there's something up there you're afraid of, huh? As I look at this card, you know, there's these 2 wolf energies. It looks like 2 dogs or something. They're climbing up stairs, but the higher they get, the scarier and darker it seems to get. You know, there's something here about, this card reminds me of being afraid to elevate. And, you know, it's really interesting. Your first card is spirits to guide you. You're being guided to a door in your life that is very high up, if you know what I mean. You see, this, when you open that door in March, you're going to see a flight of stairs. And you're going to have to climb that flight of stairs through the fear, you know what I mean? You're going to be guided spiritually. You're being guided spiritually, but you're being guided to something that needs to be sort of conquered. It's some kind of fear. Let's read about that, because I'm getting a lot of intuitive energy, and I do feel that Libra needs things to make a bit more sense. So I'm trying to be as sensible as I can, but I am feeling a lot of spirit here too, Libra. All right. So, afraid of the attic. It's kind of a long message here. Let's see if I can get you guys to see it first while I'm talking about it at least. All right. So, if our body is a house, the attic is our cranium, holding in stress, anxiety, repetitive negative thoughts that build over time. Your mind has a lot of power. If you want to, you can. If you want to, you can stuff all the things you are avoiding into a crammed corner in the attic. If you make this habit, the little shoebox of stresses becomes mini shoeboxes until it's taking up more space and more space. It develops to feel like it's not you, that those things you stuffed up there have become their own monster tormenting you. To avoid fear, it's time for some house cleaning. One step at a time. You put that entire gunk up there so you can dissolve it as well. Just start with one thing. If you find yourself feeling afraid, take a breath and ask why. Is it fear for your safety, or is it anxiety that you put up in the attic and left there to multiply? So I'm not sure if you guys understood that. I kind of butchered that a little bit, but this is obviously talking about your mind, Libra. If our body is a house, the attic is our mind. And this is talking about stress and anxiety, repeating negative thoughts that build over time. You know, it's talking about the power that you have at a mental level, but also avoiding, you know, certain things in our mind that we've tucked away. Pisces season is all about that, all about certain things that we've tucked away, the things in the subconscious. The subconscious is a part of the mind. So it's time to clean out the attic, Libra. I'm hearing that song by Eminem, which is Eminem is a Libra. You know, the I'm cleaning out my closet. Even this is I'm cleaning out my attic. Okay, and Eminem is a Libra, so that's literally a message for you guys. Eminem himself could be feeling that way. So it's definitely time to clear some of those thoughts out, Libra. Wow, not sure what just happened there, but this is obviously important. We have the Magician in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse. So this is something going on with this while we're talking about this. These cards just showed. So Mercury is in retrograde. And Mercury is the planet of communication. It's retrograde in your 6th house this month until the 28th. And, you know, air signs are just as affected by you guys could be the most affected by Mercury retrogrades, because Mercury deals with communication and your thought process. This is your thought process is coming up. You're still trying to free yourself from this pain. This Ten of Swords is coming up in reverse now, and it is swords. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you're trying to get to the Ace of Swords. There's this painful thing going on in March. These swords that have been stabbed in your back throughout the years. You know, you're really trying to come up from that. You know what I mean? This could have something to do with Chiron moving into Aries. So Chiron is also going to be opposing you, bringing up a lot of wounds in the relationship sector for you guys. This is definitely a message about Mercury retrograde. You know, pain from the past coming up here. And then we have this Lovers card. So you could be dealing with a Gemini or some sort of twin flame soulmate energy. The Lovers does not have to be a Gemini. It is the card for Gemini though, but it could also be any two people, any connection. You are going through relationship stuff this month, so it doesn't surprise me that there's some kind of relationship. A lot of the problems you guys have been experiencing in relationships, they're gonna come to a head completely. You've just been seeing little signs here and there of the problems, the things that are contributing to the lack of balance in your relationship. But a Libra full moon is the time to complete some of those things, okay? We even have the Justice card over here. There's this message that fell over here. So this is your card, Libra. So there is a message specifically here for you about your relationships and about, you know, pain in your mind, that addict card. We have the Chariot, the King of Cups, and the Justice. You could be dealing with a Cancer. Alright, you could be dealing with certain things court related. This is a judge. You know, you did get the Judgment card a little while back. So, Libras, you are the judge of the zodiac. Here's that balance. So, this is about you wanting to move forward, Libra. This is, again, there's something here about control in your mind. Because these two cards, there's a Scorpio here too, maybe even a Pisces. But this is about controlling your emotions so that you can control your mind, so that you can move forward and be victorious and harmonious and balanced, so that you can get justice. Definitely Cancer, Libra. If you're dating a Cancer or if you're dealing with a Cancer, there's definitely a need for both of you guys to control your emotions. The King of Cups has mastered his emotion. And you know, it might not matter in the other zodiac signs, Libra. It might not matter for your emotions to be mastered and stable, but it does in Pisces season because your duality depends on it. You know, the very harmony of your scales depend on it this month. In order to move forward, you have to master your emotions in your relationships. And there's also this message about Mercury retrograde and all the problems it's bringing up for you. So that was an interesting message that kind of just fell out of there. But someone needed to hear that. Let's clarify afraid of the attic for Libra. So we have the Nine of Wands. Could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sag. But that's only for some of you. Others of you, this is just talking about battles, man. Like the Nine of Wands is literally a battle card. And you can see in this card that the man, it doesn't matter, woman, there's a person who's standing there really defensive, and you can see the bandage on the head. So this definitely has to do with mental turmoil. All the things that you think, like Libras are human too. You guys feel just as much as anybody else, but because you're an air sign, you know, how you process emotions is in your head. Air signs handle everything in their head. And that's why you're afraid of what's up there. You're afraid in March to visit that attic because you're afraid of what those shoe boxes have become. You know, things used to be little. They used to seem little in your head. But over the last 9 years, over the last 9 months, you know, some kind of cycle here to consider, something that you want to complete. The Nine of Wands is like a final battle card. So you spend a lot of time on those stairs at a certain level in your head. And you know, see, Libras have an extreme awareness of mental capacity. You guys are the cardinal air sign. So it's very much about moving forward with you guys. It's very much about thinking about action. You guys do a lot of thinking about what you should do. At least that's what I would assume with being a cardinal sign. So it's like I'm feeling a little bit of a pause here. These things are paused on the stairs. This person is paused waiting for the next battle. Very defensive energy, but this is talking about strength and endurance though. So you guys when it comes to mental battles, you guys fight a lot of mental battles, I'm hearing. And you're never afraid to start a new one, you know. The fear in this case is the battles you're fighting against yourself. And it does have something to do with finances. It does have to do with what you're being guided to do financially in March. Because these two people are actually looking at each other. One of these people are looking at some kind of new opportunity, some kind of new job that they found. And it's leaving this other person over here feeling really, really defensive and worried about future battles. There's two boys here. They look like it could be the same boy because they look similar. There's dark brown hair, and there could also be a Capricorn involved because I am feeling Virgo and Capricorn more than I'm feeling Taurus. So at this point in the reading, Libra, these are like the first couple days of March. It could happen at any time, but this is like the first half of March. This is how you end March, you know, theoretically. At this point in the reading, I am being shown some sort of confusion. This is heavy, and we're thankfully at the end of Pisces season, so a lot of this confusion is gonna lighten up. A lot of this darkness and being overwhelmed emotionally, that's gonna lighten up a little bit. But I am picking up on that strong water energy around the time of this battle. You know, around the time where you feel like you're getting so high in your consciousness, because that's what this is. This is someone who's climbing mental levels and battling. Every time there's this long flight of stairs and there's this door that you see. You go in this door, there's a battle, you win, or whatever, and then there's more stairs and there's a door. It's like this has happened 9 times at least. So of course you're a bit confused at this point. The battle is a bit different. All of a sudden the way you fought your mental battles changed in Pisces season, and you'll notice that with your mental health. You'll notice that with, you know, the anxiety you're feeling, the amount of thought and process that's happening. It's been amped up because you're reaching one of the last doors, Libra. You know, this is an ending for you in Pisces season because it's a full moon in your sign, and you just get relationships thrown in there because of Aries energy, but it's confusing. A lot of emotions here. This is a subconscious realm, and it's illusion. This is a lot of options. One of these options are the door that the spirits were guiding you to. One of these cups here is what you're being guided to take, receive, something. You just have to be careful during this time in March when you're, you know, thinking about all your options, because some of these options can definitely hurt you, harm you. You know, look at the cups there. Not all of them are filled with goodness and jewels and stuff like that. And this is relationship opportunities I'm seeing, because the next card is the Two of Cups. So you guys are confused with relationships. Go figure. You know, I know you guys rule relationships, but you guys are confused about who to share these emotions with. It could be Leo again with that lion. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, very heavy, but also earth and fire. So you're confused. Some of you guys are literally confused if you should get back with a person. Somebody that you had a home with. Okay, someone walked away here from a home, and now someone's confused. They walked away from like a commitment, stability, something, family situation, and now you're wondering if you should walk back. You're wondering if you should let this person back. It could damn sure be an Aries, because we have the Emperor here. Maybe it's a father figure. In Aries season, you guys could feel trapped in a whole new way. There's going to be a whole new set of battles that happen in Aries season. You know, I could only imagine how it feels to be, or not how it feels, but just what it means to be the opposite of Aries. I'm the opposite of Virgo, so I know what that whole thing means, you know, mostly. But Aries is a warrior. Libra is a lover, you know. So this cardinal fire, it's really going to compel you guys to action. It really is. Whoa. And then I shook the whole table. So it's going to feel like an earthquake. It's definitely going to shake some things up, if you know what I mean. Let's continue. You know, now we have left out with the wolves. You know, I'm not going to lie. So far, the reading is a bit stressful. It's a bit anxious. There's a lot going on for Libra. This could be March 5th for some of you guys. It could be May 3rd. I'm seeing the 35 up there. I don't know if somebody's 35 years old or something like that, but left out with the wolves. Okay, I know what this card means, but I'm going to read it with you. This is talking about learning from your environment, Libra, without letting it change you. Because you guys are fighting some battles right now with other people, in your relationships, at work, about finances, and in your own damn head. So it's just getting a little, maybe it's just all mixed up. You know, in Pisces season, everything gets all mixed up. And now you're feeling left out with the wolves, okay? So the card says, the air is electric because it's night, and what lingers within the darkness may or may not devour you. Your courage and cunning can work through the most terrifying of obstacles. You have been left out with the wolves to learn from them, how to live amongst them without being hurt, and how to imitate their ways. There may be a time where you will need to pull out the fierce ability to hunt without guidance of the sun. Overcoming your fears will be valuable tools. So this is really, really interesting, Libra. First of all, the air is electric, Aquarius energy. All right, Aquarius energy, Venus and Aquarius. The air is, that's what you're feeling, Libra, in Pisces season. It's like the air you breathe and think and use as an air sign. It gets very static, it gets very electric because it's night, right? It's a dark time, and this is the full moon in Libra also coming up here. So you may or may not be devoured by these wolf-like energies. I'm seeing these wolves here on these stairs. So these images are definitely inside your own mind. See all the eyes, okay? And then there's these same wolf-like creatures, and then there's this cat. So it's like you're the cat, Libra, learning from these wolves, you know, and it's about not being afraid, because that you could be devoured. okay? But cats are also badass. So your courage and cunning can work through the most terrifying of obstacles. This is that courage and cunning that this card is talking about. So it's starting to make sense here, okay? You've been left out with the wolves to learn from them, to learn how to live amongst these wolves. These are people, places, and things in your life who are wolf-like, okay? And yeah, living amongst them without being hurt. There may be a time where you will need to pull out the fierce ability to hunt. It says overcoming your fears. This card says overcoming your fears will be a valuable tool. And this card said afraid of the attic. So I'm telling you, there's something here about letting yourself be guided throughout reality, you know, and something about conquering mental fear, something that you're afraid of in your head because of all the battles that you've been through. Okay, definitely. Now this was like this. So let's go ahead and clarify left out with the wolves. You could have felt that way a lot on March 5th, for sure. I knew this card would come out for you. It didn't come all the way out, so I'm gonna put it back in. But you know, it would make sense because there's 9 of Wands, now there's the 9 of Swords. That number, it could have been the last 9 years, 9 months, 9 days even. It could have to do with a Scorpio. We have the Death card here. Or some of you guys, man, I hate when this comes up, because I don't usually ever see the Death card as real death unless it comes up with the 4 of Swords. That makes me think that some of you guys could definitely be going through the loss of like certain people, or maybe there's anniversaries of when people have died, because this is someone who's in a coffin. But Libra, if you're not going through, I hope none of you are going through actual death, but this could definitely be a sudden ending or beginning, and now you need to rest and heal that mind, because this is your mental foundation coming up here. You know, this is a message about your mental foundation changing, transforming. There's certain people that are gone now. There's certain things that are gone now. Libra, you do build your mental foundation in different spots with different people. You're an air sign. So the foundation for your mind is more important than what it is for other signs. Okay, that's changing very fast. Even being afraid of the attic, which talked about our body being a house, and if our body's a house, then our mind is an attic. So this is your mind here. Mental battles, obviously. Insomnia, having so much anxiety, you know, feeling everything that a lot of people are feeling right now, but trying to process it in your mind and make it make sense. I could only imagine, you know. There's something about this that needs to change. But some of you guys are up late at night, either about a Scorpio or about some sort of death that happens, some sort of some sort of healing that needs to take place. It's very mentally dark for you. You know, left out in the wolves with your own mental demons. I'm picking up on mental demons here. Some of you guys are being tormented at a mental level, and you know, I've been reading for Libra for a while, months, and you guys have had this 9 of Swords, and as a person, even me, I can relate to you because I'm a person who's very inside their head too. I don't go to bed until at least 8 a.m. because of how much I think and feel and all those things. So if this is insomnia, some of you guys could be having awful nightmares. If you have any nightmares about, you know, feeling watched or these creepy little wolf dark figures, it's all because of what's in your subconscious, Libra, what you have yet to process. You know, you can only do so much, Libra. You can only do so much. So I'm going to suggest meditation to you guys, because I'm really realizing here in March just how bad some of the Libras that I'm connecting with, maybe not all of you, shit, I hope not, but the Libras that I connect with when I read, they are going through a lot of anxiety. Okay, they're feeling left out with their fears, but you guys are still being guided spiritually. I love that this card is here because there's some new stuff coming in, and I feel like it's financial. Some of your guys' main mental battles are linked to finances because you're ruled by Venus. So there's something here that needs to change about this anxiety. Left out with the wolves. Why is left out with the wolves here for Libra? Well, for some of you, it has something to do with a Sagittarius directly, because we have the Knight of Wands here. This is my Sagittarius card. I also have the Temperance card here. So 2 indications of a Sagittarius. You could be dealing with 2 Sagittariuses. I know a lot of Libra and Sagittarius energy. Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj, Offset and Cardi B, My Best Friend. Every Sagittarius is like that I know has somehow, there's a Libra in there too. And I'm not exactly sure why that is. I think it's because Libra is the 11th house of Sagittarius. So you guys are really good friends. For those of you who are dealing with Sag, they're definitely coming up. And I'm not surprised. Could be dealing with an Aries or a Leo as well. Or this just might be, you know, some kind of passionate message that comes in. There's something here with this Knight of Wands. It could be an energy you want to take on, Libra. You know, what it is it's someone who's in and out. You know, I don't know if it's a love interest, but this is an energy that is not, it's not present for a long time. It's very fire sign, Leo, Sag. I get Aries a little bit from this too. All the fire signs can be a bit like this, even other signs. It doesn't have to be a fire sign. It's just someone who has a lot of passion to communicate with you, but they might not be about it. Like, they're definitely not the Page of Pentacles. Some of you guys are being left out in the wolves, and these wolves are fire signs. Or you were left out in the wolves by a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay, or, you know, it's just in and out. But also, this Nine of Wands, with this Knight of Wands, this is a battle. This is a battle if I've ever seen one, bro. Knight of Wands charging into the Nine of Wands. This could be that 10th wand that you need to end a burden. But this looks like some of you guys might be really battling this month with your passion. Someone here is too defensive to express themselves, so they're way too quick. You know, I'm feeling anger. I'm feeling like some of you guys have been through actual violence this month. I'm picking up on definitely some violence here, some abuse. You know, there's definitely some kind of, this is popping off. Even if it's just happening in some of your guys' minds, with this kind of energy on the table, it's Mars energy. It could have to do with Mars entering Gemini this month. The next card, we had 2 cards come out for that. So this is the High Priestess. It could be Pisces season energy. It could have to do with some kind of secret too. There could have been a fire sign that was keeping secrets, or maybe you're keeping secrets. There's something here that remains to be unknown. Or this is talking about something that you already know, Libra, at an intuitive level. Like, some of you guys already know that this person is in and out. They're not too reliable. When it comes to being left out in the wolves, like, I don't know if they're going to come help you with these battles. There's some kind of secret here. Somebody here has an Aries moon, a Leo moon, or a Sagittarius moon. This is the moon's energies. There is somebody here is secretly, passionately messaging someone else. That might be why you guys are afraid. Because, you know, some of you guys are also defensive because of this. Like, there's just a little bit of shadiness I'm picking up on here, Libra. Like, there's some passionate messages that are being hidden here. Okay, secret text messages, or secretly meeting up with the Knight of Wands, which is hookups and like booty call energy. And again, it could have to do with some kind of all-knowing energy. Like, there's something you already know about this energy. You know exactly what this is, Libra. I might not know because it's just Libra shit. But some of you guys, it does involve a Sagittarius. You know, there was some kind of... Now, this is interesting because Sagittarius is an archer, and now we have all these arrows. Okay, so there's some kind of travel or passionate messaging going on here. Maybe you guys are keeping a Sagittarius or a fire sign a secret, and that's causing you even more, you know, fear with the certain thoughts. Like, I get a sense, Libra, that there's too many secrets on your behalf or someone else's. Like, there's already too much going on mentally for you to add it in with your relationships. Like, there's something here that's coming to a very boiling head point. There's definitely a traveling Sagittarius here. Someone needs to be patient to hear a certain message in March. Someone needs to be patient to travel to a certain area. Someone needs to be patient to... There's a message here that needs patience. Okay, this is quick movement, and this is being patient for things to pick up, Libra. Being patient, needing that balance. It could be a twin flame. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn for some of you guys. There could be an earth sign that feels very left out in the cold in between all this conflict. Okay, there's definitely some conflict going on here with earth sign, water sign, fire sign energy. Could be financial conflict or financial loss. Some of you guys might be missing a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But again, you guys need to stay patient until this takes off, till this takes flight. But this is a heavy Sagittarius indication for some of you. There's definitely secrets linked to a Sagittarius for some of you. Others of you, it's secrets linked to fire signs, so also Leo, also Aries. Some of you are in battles this month with fire sign energy. Libra, or Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. You guys are going to know what that means. There's just some secrets that feel a little bit like you're left out with the wolves. But remember what that card talked about. It talked about learning from this energy, you know, being able to hunt without the lights and all those things like that. So let's move into the second half of March and see how these energies shift once Pisces season is kind of over and Aries season comes in. We have the card Stay Back. This card has pretty much come up for everyone in March because we all have things to stay back from and we all need boundaries. So this could be the 29th of March. Okay, we have the number 29 up there. Or maybe February 9th is important, or September 2nd. Someone's 29 years old. But March 29th, there might be an Aries here that's born on March 29th, but keep an eye on that day, Libra, because on March 29th, you may need to stay back from something, protect yourself from something. Some of you guys are absolutely dealing with a person who is in and out of your life, and I'm going to tell you why. One reason is because of the Knight of Wands, okay? Some of you guys are putting up a wall of defense around certain people because you can't trust if they're going to be here in the long run when you're actually fighting real battles out here. So the Knight of Wands, he will clap for you. Like, this might be someone who fought for you or who fought your battles with you or for you, but others of you could be fighting against this Knight of Wands secretly. It could definitely have to do with secrets or emotions or something. But this is talking about someone who's in and out, and now I'm going to read this card to you who also talks about that. Okay, it seems that we are taught to openly let others enter and leave our space as they feel. Knight of Wands. It is not your obligation to give others what they want from you just because they want it. We need boundaries, and at any time we are doing the deep and transformative work that we cross on our paths. The desire to love and give our gifts and to have those gifts can honor so many who are a part of your life. However, let us not be taken just for our tenderness. We all have venom, and it helps protect us, especially during deep times of transition. Don't be afraid to use your venom to keep others at an arm's length. The perception that your presence is for people to experience as they please is not right, and you have the ability to bite. So spirits are definitely guiding you this month. You're going to know intuitively. We have the High Priestess here because the moon is full in your sign this month. So all month long, Libra has this one up for intuition. The moon lets you see things behind the scenes. It gives you subconscious awareness. Some of you have had dreams about how this is going to go down. There's spirits to guide you here with your intuition and your emotion to stay back from certain people, places, and things. Maybe it's people who are offering you things that seem too good to be true. Maybe it has to do with someone who's not as experienced as they should be financially, but there's some boundaries here. Even with you're building up boundaries in your your mind. I'm seeing boundaries emotionally and physically. Okay, this card here is definitely kind of the same vibe. So because of the battles you're fighting in your mind, because of some of those fears, Libra, you guys might be just trying to stay back entirely. Let's see what it is that you guys should stay back from. Why is stay back here for Libra for March 2019? Why is stay back here for Libra? Wow. Well, it's the Judgment card. You know, it's really strange. I'm not sure if Aries got this same... You guys really might want to watch the Aries reading, even if you're not dealing with an Aries, because, again, Libra and Aries are opposite zodiac signs. And I do know that Aries received Judgment in this same position. So it's really strange, and I really feel like they also received stay back. Like, this same message could be in the Aries reading. So there's some kind of Aries Libra situation going on here, or maybe you guys are just doing similar stuff as opposite signs, because I remember talking to Aries about staying back from a certain second chance with someone. For you, Libra, this is talking about protecting yourself from things in the past that are resurfacing, because there is this immortal energy that comes up with Pisces Aries energy. There is this rebirth. There is going to be the cusp of rebirth. This is around March 20th. but March 29th is also important. There might be a call that you get on the 29th, or some kind of energy that returns from the past. This is Mercury retrograde still happening. On the 29th, Mercury will be direct, but it'll still be in shadow period. So you still want to be careful of certain people, places, and things from the past coming back, Libra. Make sure that they're not strictly retrograde born. Make sure they were born before the retrograde. You know what I mean? Make sure that you thought about this and was with this person before the retrograde and not during, because things that are born in retrograde season, you can't trust them completely. And I mean, it's very simple. I mean, when a planet is moving backwards, so are we. So we're dealing with the energies of the past, not the present. And you're being told to stay back from people from your past that just want to come in and out. They're not really in it for the long run, you know what I mean? So could be a call, it could be someone who wants forgiveness, or just an opportunity to become reborn. Maybe this is literally just saying stay back from being judgmental, because it is judgment. It's telling you to stay back from judgment. So if there's a person at the end of March that you feel judges you, or that you feel you have to judge them, just stay back from that energy, because you should be focused more on who's giving you attention anyways, not people who are from your past, because this is the Six of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy coming up again. But this is someone who's getting a lot of attention, someone who's celebrating and victorious. And this is about a relationship that seems victorious. Could be with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or Leo. Could be someone here with Leo energy and water energy, whatever that means. Because I am picking up on fire and water here. Mainly Leo, but it could be anything, you know. It could just be a strong emotional bond. Because this is a reconciliation, Libra. Some of you guys are wanting to get back with certain people, or try again, or this might be a new relationship, but it is a soulmate. And you could be victorious with this person. You could move forward confidently. You could have stability with this person, especially if you've already walked away from something else. Because in some of you, it is an Aries. Aries season seems to be a bit confusing, but you're walking away from that confusion in Aries season. You're walking towards stability and a completion, and it could have to do with a relationship. You know, some of you are being told to stay back from a past person because of the victory you're experiencing in this new relationship. There is victory at this far in the reading. Okay, you're going to be feeling really good. You're going to feel like the center of attention with this full moon in your sign. But it's also going to bring emotions, people, places, and things back from the past. And you're going to have to trust yourself. If you feel like staying back from it, stay back. Okay, because the spirits are guiding you to stay back from something. Some kind of call that you get. I'm not sure. The next card is the Ungrateful Daughter and the Earthly Mother. Okay, this card is really strange. It's the card number 7. That 7th house energy that you are, Libra. Some of you could have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn's moms, because it does say the Earthly Mother. That's so weird, because this is the Earthly Mother. So this Queen of Pentacles is being talked about. They even look similar in the cards. They have a similar look on their face. So there's an ungrateful daughter here. Someone here doesn't feel appreciated for like the financial things they've done. There's a mom here, and there's money and a mom. The ungrateful daughter and the earthly mother. So there's a mom here who's very financially involved, and there's a child here, not necessarily a daughter, but who seems there's an ungratefulness somewhere around here. A lot of these battles and mental fears are linked to someone who's ungrateful when it comes to money. I want to clarify that. Well, first let's read about it. Actually, it's on page 7. So this has something to do with relationships, and for some of you, all this relationship energy is going to literally be your mother. You know, it's really interesting, Libra. The moon, it is our mother. The moon is a maternal energy. So the relationships with your mothers are coming up for all of us. When there's a moon in Libra, I'm going to make sure to remember that when I go live and do a video for your full moon for everyone. The moon is our mother. Libra is relationships. So mothers and relationships coming up. Okay, let's go ahead and read. It says, humble mother, humble mother, always gives love to her daughter. She knows where she was birthed, even when her daughter has become spoiled by the way of her material world and has inflated herself with ego. makes her appear much larger. But the mother, grounded in earth, will always see past her temporary whims and give her love and kiss. She'll kiss her hands and she'll send wishes that she may soon find wisdom in connection to earth. So, okay, the definition of this card is a bit different. So this is about, some of you guys are moms here. And the Libra moms out there watching, or the cross watchers, there's a very financial energy. The Queen of Pentacles is the earth mom. And again, at the beginning of the month, some of you guys are very concerned with finances in your home, security. Like there's a woman here who cooks and cleans and stuff. And someone here feels like, you know, like someone else is being ungrateful. And this is very much linked to these battles. So a lot of the turbulence in the battles this month, Libra, I will say is caused by people you feel are ungrateful. There's definitely a mother-daughter relationship coming up here too. Let's clarify. Why is ungrateful daughter and earthly mother here? Ungrateful daughter and earthly mother. So, yeah, some of you guys are dealing with mothers in your, I just picked all those up in reverse. You're dealing with living with your mom still, or your mom just calling and getting in the middle of your relationship, or you're dating someone who's a mom. But there's definitely a marriage here. Some of you guys, there could be someone's trying to get married in March, or there's talks of marriage or moving in with a person, and there's someone's child is probably not real happy about that. There is some battles going on in the home life for you this month, Libra. There is some battles going on in relationships, marriages, commitments. Even though people are putting on a happy face, even though this seems to be some sort of happy home and marriage, behind the scenes, up in the attic, you know, there's some battles going on, and it has to do with a living situation. Mother-daughter, maybe someone's mother-in-law coming up here, but someone here pays a lot of rent. Someone here is really trying to be humble, but there's also these battles to consider, and also this past energy to stay back from. Maybe there was some shit that went down in the past with the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, some new financial journey that someone went on, or you went on, Libra. So stay back from that old energy, that Page of Pentacles. Still try to master your finances, because it's all about balance with you, Libra. So yeah, definitely a living situation, a marriage, okay, where someone feels ungrateful. There's this daughter, this mother. But remember what it said. It talked about this mother. That card's weird. It talked about this mother being humble, and it's really, it has to do with relationships. Some of you guys, there's a third party, and it's because there's a relationship, and then there's this mom. I'm telling you, some of you out there live with a mother figure, someone who has a kid or something. So this is about, even when her daughter has become spoiled, someone's spoiled here. There's the material world that's inflating somebody, and there's a lot of ego here that makes somebody appear larger. But this is about some kind of mother figure grounding herself and seeing past the temporary whims and fights. Unconditional love coming up here, sending wishes that somebody might soon find wisdom and connection back to the earth. And there's also this new beginning that seems to be, it seems to be on the rocks, because I picked it all up in the reverse, and it has to do with your happiness, Libra. It has to do with what, you know, you mastering that sword, mastering your intellects, moving forward. Maybe there's a Cancer, maybe there's a Leo, maybe there's an Aries, maybe there's a Sagittarius. But this is a huge message that came out, and it is about dropping some kind of burden. In Aries season, bringing in new passion, lots of messaging here. There's definitely a Sagittarius here that someone's hanging on to. Even though someone wants to move forward mentally towards their happiness of this new beginning, but there's this burden. Okay, there's these two people here communicating. Passionate messaging for sure, but also the Three of Cups and the Ten of Swords. This might be the ending to a third party for some of you guys. You know, it might be the ending to certain friendships mentally. You might not be communicating with certain friends anymore. But there is the Lovers here for you, Libra. You know, we definitely, there's a need to balance out this union. Might be someone who's far away. It might be a divorce or some kind of, there might be some kind of court that's involved in your relationship right now. Whether that's marriage or divorce or child support stuff, this is like a judge standing before two people, two very vulnerable people. Could be a choice that you need to make in love this month, Libra, but you need to do so with your emotions balanced, because someone here is linked to a sneaky, cheating energy. Somebody here is definitely going back to somebody from their past. Could be an earth sign. But I'm definitely sensing third parties and decisions that need to be made, okay? And it has something to do with this new beginning. So the last card you have, Libra, is Make It Look Like the Night. It's the card 53. So again, March 5th coming up. Maybe even May 3rd again. So Make It Look Like the Night. This is one of my favorite cards. And this is that moon energy coming up, okay? When that moon comes in Libra, it's just going to do some stuff. So this card is talking about the priestess of the night. When those who have vision in the darkness come out to celebrate the time of the moon. Night is our necessary balance, Libra. Do not fear seeing what is unseen. And do not be afraid of what you see and what it makes others feel. Do we put less value on that which is not sunshiny and bright? We put a veil between the sun and the moon, between darkness and the light. The night is just as much truth as the sun, and you can use your all-knowing to bring your knowledge of ultimate balance in the value of the unseen to those who only live in the daylight. The priestess of night shows us that darkness helps us achieve temperance. Again, Sagittarius energy. So Libra, that was definitely a message about the full moon for you, and it brought up balance a lot. It said, bring your knowledge of ultimate balance. You know, you're the all-knowing when it comes to that, Libra. It talks a lot about separating the dark and the light, but you're a dual sign lover. All dual signs have to master light and dark together. So make it look like the night, Libra. The fact that you have a full moon in your sign, that is not any less poppin' than the sun going into Aries. The fact that the moon is going into Libra and the sun is going into Aries, this is talking about the spring equinox. Light and day being equal of length on the 20th. It's lit. So let's see what is clarifying this card. Why is Make It Look Like the Night here for Libra for March 2019? Make it look like the night. Make it look like the night. Why is Make It Look Like the Night here? It's coming up right underneath the High Priestess. So you guys are going to either be the secret keepers or the secret exposers. You know, you might, I don't know if you're going to be telling secrets or keeping secrets, but we had the Page of Swords. There's definitely going to be some kind of communication with a Leo for some of you. Make it look like the night. Please clarify. Make it look like the night for Libra, March 2019. Make it look like the night. Make it look like the night. Balance, duality, juggling the light and the dark, a decision to make about finances. This could be talking about some kind of harvest, some kind of healing. Bottom of your deck for the whole reading, Libra, is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Leo, a Scorpio, a Taurus, but this is all about change. Yeah, there's some kind of truth about change, some kind of message, something you say, something you do, something you hear. Okay, yeah, for sure. Change, magical change. But what we have here is someone who's waiting to heal. Now that mental foundation, that's important. Healing after March, after Pisces season, getting more sleep, getting more rest, praying, meditating. Especially, there's someone here who's praying on something still that they've waited for. The Seven of Pentacles is someone who's taken a step back, seeing if their garden has grown. Okay, that's a weird one, but I'm really understanding the Four of Swords more. It's about balance and healing, and you know, that full moon in Libra really bringing you certain darkness. The fact that you have Make It Look Like the Night, which is the priestess of night, and then you have the High Priestess, you're definitely going to know certain stuff, and you're not going to know how you know it, and it's because you're really allowing yourself to tap into that spiritual, all-knowing, intuitive energy. Mentally, there is such things as mental psychics. They study so much information mentally that they're able to predict certain things. You know, people who study the minds of other people. You know, isn't that just psychology? In a way, psychology is associated with spirit, okay? So I think it's really interesting, Libra. What I'm going to do here, I have been working with this pyrite energy all month long, okay? Pyrite is fool's gold, and with the St. Patrick's Day energy, I really wanted to involve it in the reading somehow. And I'm definitely going to place it somewhere in your reading. Where does Libra need the pyrite placed in their reading? And I'm feeling literally these two. So there is something here to balance. There's two paths, you know what I mean? I feel that I need to put it in on the judgment and the stay back, because this was the part of the reading that kind of shook me the most. It's very interesting. I feel like there's already healing taking place here with the High Priestess energy here. Plus, I want to respect the fact that these are secrets that you only know, that you need to heal. Okay, so I'm going to place the pyrite here on stay back and judgment, so that you can have extra help and extra gold when it comes to protecting yourself and placing boundaries when it comes to the in and outers. Okay, so thank you guys so much for listening, Libra. Thanks for staying patient for your reading. I hope it resonated. If you guys want me to do a personal reading for you, everything you need to know is in the description box below. You can email me and we can start talking about what reading you want and the prices and stuff. So other than that, Libra, this is March. I hope to see you guys in April. But even more so, I hope to see you at least commenting underneath my Libra full moon video. Both of them. Keep in mind there are 2 Libra full moons coming up in March and April. Alright, so I will try to get a video out for that. And if I do, I really hope to see some of your guys' energy there, because I feel like it's going to affect you guys tremendously. So thanks so much, Libra, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. So totally forgot to talk about the bottom of the deck for this energy, and I just happened to look down. I definitely wanted to share with you guys the cards that are under here. We do have alchemy, Libra. Okay, so it's important to mention the element of magic that's happening here. Okay, this is talking literally about making gold with your hands. But this is what I really wanted to show you guys. You guys literally have the body as the house card. And for those of you who watched, you know that it mentioned that energy with the afraid of the attic. So there's definitely something here about seeing your body as a house and really entering that attic space. Which another thing I'm realizing, Libra, is Aries rules the head. So a lot of us are going to be taken to the head space of our body around Aries season. Okay, that's why there's this brace around your head here, but there's definitely something here about your house as a body. And then we have the mysterious mother. The mysterious mother, again, that moon energy coming up, could be Cancer, but there's some mother energy coming up with the earthly mother, the Queen of Pentacles, mysterious mother. And you know, I think you guys are going to be able to do a lot of magic this month if you're willing to see the alchemy and the magic of how your body is a house. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys that. Thanks.